Trigger warning, sensitive and very important issues will be discussed.
People in communities such as LGBTQIA+, younger demographic and stuff like that, I feel like this platform is not a safe place to be openly trans, not a safe place to be openly Jewish, not a safe place to be black, for example. It's insane.
In this video, we're going to look at how investment funds are using the creator economy to lead kids down a grooming pipeline via streaming and gaming apps.
What size is your bra?
I feel like you and I can solidify this friendship and flash each other. What do you think?
He's streaming.
No, I wouldn't get you to flash. That's rude.
So in my last video, we looked at how investment funds are controlling the algorithm by loaning money to creators and boosting their views and followers with AI technology in return for their ad revenue and content rights. Well, I've since found out that one of these companies, Evolved, is working directly with Drake. And as Drake is in a 360 contract himself, all his content has to benefit his investors. The primary one being, of course, UMG. So now why would he be working with a young streamer, this girl Snoh, who's managed by Evolve? And apparently before Drake came along, she had barely any following at all.
She's a member of a talent agency known as Evolve Talent. That reps creators like XQC and Elinity and Pinky Doll, to name a few.
So she video chats with random young people on another app called Monkey, allegedly referenced in Kendrick's Not Like Us video, and tries to get them to flash or expose themselves, which she streams on another app called Kick, who she got a contract with in June 23. And in case you don't know, there are other creators who take screenshots of this kind of content and then sell it on other online platforms like Discord. And they spread the links around in the comments section of YouTube, essentially making and distributing revenge P. So people are wondering why a 37-year-old man would be messing around in a space like this and being paid to promote it. Because this snoh is literally out here acting like a PIMP to young girls. And Drake has made her who she is with the equipment and followers he's given her.
I know you probably all feel like this is a paid gig, and it is, but it means the world to me. So thank you. Let me see who's streaming right now. Is that Kick?
Host channel. Anyone you follow?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Aiden, you're too famous. I'm not rating your shit. Shout out to Aiden Ross, though.
Yeah, shout out.
This is my homegirl from Toronto right here. Rate her stream right. But this is my homegirl. She is very funny and she's very crazy. So rate her stream.
So now Kick was launched by the same people that owned Stake.com, an online crypto casino. And Drake already had a partnership with them announced in 2022, which he described as inevitable. But several countries have blocked it or fined them for operating without proper licensing. They've already dodged a huge lawsuit. They had $41 million stolen out of their wallet, which sounds very sus, and were banned from advertising on Twitch, which already has its own issues with you know what, due to a lack of consumer protection. So this shows us how low the bar is, and they set up a rival streaming service offering looser restrictions and maximum user benefits. So we know it's standard for these tech guys to make it look like the company's growing by ignoring rules and giving $1 million contracts to lure creators in. So paying people who already have big followings to make it look like they make the money by being on Kick and doing some of the most foulest degenerate behaviour, which has been documented on To Catch a Kick Predator. So in November of last year, Snoh tweeted out that Drake had paid for her new streaming equipment, but then someone else tweeted about them going on the Monkey stream together, which got taken down but then reposted again. And well, the rest is history, because there's been too many connections between him and liking young girls. So now what's come to light via Ebony Prince, the Riddler, who we thought was the mole, but now we know he worked security at the Mark Hotel, that Drake was live streaming from this Revenge P site from inside the Mark Hotel, because he's wearing the exact same outfit and hairstyle as when he was staying at the hotel for his tour, which was on July 17th, 2023. And there's also pictures of him in the jewellery shop, which Ebony Prince has the receipt for on that day.
Hi. So for everyone that said that it was a fake person, that looks pretty real to me. Can you do
Oh, you
this?
flipped it. Thank you.
I need that as a clip, you guys.
If you wanted to FaceTime with me, all you had to do was say that.
I'm
You didn't
not
have to make me
FaceTiming with you. What are you talking about?
No, I was just saying, if you wanted to have a little combo, you didn't have to make me come on monkey. You could just call me, you know, but it's all good though. I don't see the third person.
I promise you there's third, like right now this person is loading. D, she's 18 from Tallahassee. Hi D. Can you see the person that I'm doing with or no? Do you see two people or no?
Yes.
Do you know who that is?
Like Drake.
No, that's not Drake. That it looks like him. He's not though.
No, I don't know who it is, but it looks like
Why?
Drake.
Do you guys like Drake or something?
Not necessarily.
Wait,
Not necessarily. Why? Wow, they skipped.
Wow. All right, I have to go get ready, honey.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bro, guess who just came, you guys? Oh my god, we just did a monkey stream with Drake.
So you can defo see the white curtains in the background of this suite at the Mark Hotel, which most probably UMG would have been paying for. So that's where it becomes more of an issue. One thing we know is Jeffrey you-know-who used to visit the Mark Hotel. It was in his little black book. And Ebony Prince has been trying to blow the whistle on this for months, tweeting about different incidents and accusations and reports made to the police, including NYPD Officer Viola receiving a CCRB complaint. Now, disclaimer, I do not have access to Twitter anymore, so I'm relying on the people that are still reporting on this. But I screenshotted some of his tweets when he first came on the platform, which I found interesting, and I witnessed him being bullied, doxed, and harassed in real time. Well, what if I told you that just this week it has come to light that one of the major shareholders in Twitter is also one of the biggest owners of UMG, along with the world's biggest predator, Sean P. Diddy Combs, a guy called billackman. He has an investment company called Pershing Square. So billackman is an activist investor. He's come up in my videos a couple of times, and that's because it's a very small world. But in 2021, he really moved in for the kill, so to speak. He paid $4 billion for a 10.25% stake, and he's the third largest shareholder behind Concerto Partners, a consortium led by Chinese tech giant Tencent, who have a 19.92% of UMG. And they are heavily invested in, guess what, gaming and streaming platforms, as well as Discord and Roblox. And guess who just did a collab with Roblox? Drake. So now you got to really see who's in charge of all this activity. And just to prove the point that I have made in every video, the president of this company is Martin Lau, who helped with the company's public flotation. Well, he's an investment banker at Goldman Sachs. Yeah, all of this is to make money for banks. And let me show you why I think these apps are allowed to run wild, literally. Look who has the majority sharehold in their company. The Vanguard Group. The same company that has a majority sharehold in Google, aka YouTube. You could not make this up. And they're recently rumoured to have acquired TikTok, or I can't confirm it. That's what it says here in this official report by the Financial Times. But what the actual... And look at the management team, all men. And then if we start looking at their directors, all old men, age 70... Ian Charles Stone, age 72. Yang Siu Shun, 67. Seriously, what do you think these guys do in their spare time? Because I'm sure they have a lot of it. So there's not one woman and there's not one black person. And let's quickly look at billackman, speaking of black people, and how online he claims to be an advocate for freedom of speech, and how if he talks about sensitive topics, he's labelled a racist. Really? Not someone conniving to bring down businesses so he can make more money out of them being a racist. Surely not. Not the same guy who was behind stopping the student Gaza protests, a subject that really is censored. Because what I've seen in 2024, many people do not want all of this hate and toxic behaviour inflicted on them or kids. But these big companies have to be really clever about it and how they get around the rules. But what they do is they pay creators like Snoh, like Andrew Tate, like Drake, like Diddy, like whatever his name is, Aiden Ross, to make it seem otherwise. But let's get back to Ebony Prince, because he is spilling the beans. And I feel like he's trying to tell us something. And it goes way bigger than Drake, because he keeps dropping hints and we're making the connection. And it has something to do with people being underage, trans people. And clearly he's not allowed to speak about it openly. But he's giving us pointers like P. Diddy, Andrew Tate, and he's saying that by law he's obligated to report any activity he sees as questionable. He tweeted a certificate showing mandated reporter training completion for identifying and reporting child abuse and maltreatment. And then he said, "So am I the only one who ponders on the legality of sexually suggestive communications through electronics with minors in New York State? ? And there's a recording, ? And then an accident report of an incident involving an underage guest. See the first letters, DRI. So there's clearly been a lot that he has witnessed and has gone on at this hotel. There was the whole incident with Christopher Alvarez. He denied that anything untoward had gone down and that he just went to listen to Drake's music at 3 a.m. for 5 minutes, as you do. But he was following minors on Instagram, and he met DJ Khaled in 2016 and was given a chain by him. Now, DJ Khaled's name is always coming up as well. It's just too much of a coincidence. I'm pretty sure Andrew Tate, whose dad allegedly was in the CIA, and he's been kicked out of the UK and apparently jailed again this week. Let's see how that goes. Evidence came out this week that his girlfriend was 14 when she started going out with him. Well, he has been on loads of those streamers' channels, even though he's way older than them. And I found this video with his brother, super creepy, where it seems like he's groomed this 17-year-old boy into talking about how doing their course has changed his life on one of his company websites called The Real World Official. This was posted on 22nd of August this year.
How old are you, and how did you first discover the real world?
So my name is Adam. I'm from France. I just turned 17, and I discovered the world via the Tate wave on social media, basically. Yeah. And I understood that I had to take action of my life, or if I wanted to keep the past hour in high school, get a job, and stay in France, because I personally don't really like where I was. So yeah, basically that was the best decision I ever take in my life for now.
The best decision you've taken in your life. That's awesome. So you're only 17 years of age. Lots of people your age are wasting their life. They're wasting their time. They're playing video games. They're jerking off. They're porn addicts. They're drug addicts. What would you say to the young men in the world who don't resonate with mine and Andrew's message, who don't think the real world is a good investment, who think it's a scam? What would you say, or maybe to yourself 2 years ago? What would you say to people?
2 years ago, when he was 15.
People your age with no direction.
What I will say is, like you need to know what you want in life, basically.
Who knows what they want at 15? Is it me, or is this really disturbing?
Like everyone don't want to work a 9 to 5, but everyone does it. So basically, you need to take control of your life, because not you, not me, anyone will come to your room and wake you up. You need to work, you need to do this, you need to do that. You need to make it yourself, and you need to make the right decision. So if you see two brothers who make it out from zero, like even like worse than us, what you want more? Like that's what I would say. Like you need to wake up and decide what you really want in life. If you want to work a 9 to 5 and just be broke, you can do it. But if maybe you want a little bit more of that, you need to take action.
He's trying to say he made enough money to pay for the course, which I think it's $50 a month at 15 from an e-commerce business. And now I get why they have all these adverts for Shopify on kids' channels like Mr. Beast. We've already done a video about him. And let's not forget, Andrew Tate makes out he gets arrested for freedom of speech. I don't know how this can be looked at other than severe manipulation. And if this is what we see posted, imagine what we don't see. So when Bill Ackman and Elon Musk and all the other weirdos bang on about freedom of speech, we know what they really want. And that's a lack of safety for anyone that doesn't want to comply with their way of doing things. I don't think it's an exaggeration to look at this as one huge grooming operation. I think that's what Ebony Prince is trying to tell us. The clear message from his tweets is that the Mark Hotel had happily served young people at the bar during COVID when they were quiet, and they obviously turn a blind eye to celebrities like Drake and what they get up to, which sounds like it's something seriously alarming, just like the hotel that had the footage of Diddy beaten on Cassie. So when guests complained about young people like Theo Weintraub, the guy who they are allegedly suing for defamation, although we don't know that for sure, we do know there's a lawsuit, and we do know that there was an incident involving underage drinking. We do know the hotel had to start enforcing a much stricter age policy. We do know that he protested outside the hotel because maybe he was angry about being used and their hypocrisy. And everyone that's paying for it and organising it is part of it, and they cover it up. And that includes the media and social media, but that's why we're here. Because some of us are appreciating that Ebony Prince is not free to speak, and so he's having to use subtlety to be heard, but we hear you and we appreciate you. Because this stuff is happening in plain sight, and that's how they get away with it. So shout out to the other channels like The Ville, that does really deep dives. Anyway, this has been my research. Please go do your own research, of course. And if you liked the video, please give it a like and maybe subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.